What up, YouTube? So I'm leaving AutoZone right now. I just bought some fucking tint. Way too much money for this shit right here. It's better than Black Magic at Walmart, but I paid way too much for this shit. It's fucking ridiculous. This is only gonna tint the rear window, hopefully the rear window and the back too. And then next week I'm gonna do the front too. And then I got the tint applicator kit right there, which I didn't have last time when I did it on my Corolla, and it came out like shit. I don't have a heat gun to use, so this should be fun. I used my lighter last time, and the lighter worked pretty fucking good. So I'm gonna have to pull it in my garage so the lighter don't blow out, and I'll burn the fucking tint. So I'm gonna drive home right now, and we're gonna fucking put this shit in. Alright guys, now I got time to talk. I couldn't talk before, but I can now. This is everything you'll need to do this project. You need, of course, tint. And I didn't get the kit last time, which was the biggest mistake of my life. I even used good tint before without a kit, and it still was pretty hard to get done. But I got the kit now because I actually like this car, and I want to take care of it, unlike my Corolla. So I want it to look good. And this thing is going to save your ass so much. If you don't have this, you're going to be struggling using a credit card. This is to basically put on the, I'll show you what this is for later on. This is to trim it. This is to clean the window before we even start. And this is to applicate the tint. And if you run low, you could do this. Might have to. You add water into it, not a lot, like 50-50, but don't do that until you're pretty low, because and you know you're going to need more. But today, I'm basically doing this video for you guys, because I don't know if you guys heard what I wanted to do. My plan was to pay someone to do it. If I have the time and I have the right equipment to do it, I could tint a car in about 5 hours perfectly fine. But it's a tedious, stressful fucking thing to do, and it takes time, and that's why I didn't want to end up doing it. But I'm going to end up doing it for you guys. It was this has cost me $45, and I don't have a heat gun, unfortunately, so I'm going to be using a Bic. And that's worked in the past. I know all these tricks to tinting cars. So we're going to get this started. First thing you're going to do is spray whatever window you're starting off on both sides. Like that. Generous fucking amount too. I'm not going to be doing the front today, maybe next week. Grab a paper towel like this. Wipe it down, make sure there's no dirt on it. Spray more. You're going to take the squeegee right here and start just squeegeeing the window. Just like this. Basically like you're at a gas station, because this will get rid of any dirt. And I'm going to do that right now and do both sides, and I'll get back to you. What up, guys? So the next thing you're going to want to do is, after you squeegee your window off, see which side's the sticky side on your tint. And what you do is you grab some tape, put it on both sides, and then peel the two pieces of tape on both sides apart, and you'll be able to see which side's the sticky side. And I already know what it is. I just did it. And I'm pretty sure I crushed this when I was driving, because some guy cut me off. I locked up the brakes, and that initial reaction is grab this, and I crushed it. But it doesn't look like it's fucked up. So what we're going to do now is I am going to take this take this sticker off. I'm going to spray down the window and lay it on the window, and then I'll film me trimming it up for you guys. Alright? Alright guys, I got laid out on the window. I didn't trim it yet. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit it with some more of the spray shit on the outside. Grab your squeegee in hand. You're going to want to lift this up here so you could peel that out. and that'll stick like that. Now I'm gonna grab the razor. I'm gonna grab the squeegee right now and start squeegeeing it from side to side, and we'll get on the heat shrink after we get it trimmed up. Alright guys, I got it trimmed up right now. Looking pretty dope. Spraying some more of this applicator on it. What you're going to do is you're going to take the squeegee and just like glide across it, and if you have a heat gun, you go see these little creases here, you're going to hit it with the heat gun and wipe up just like that, so all the creases go away. I'm going to be using a lighter because I don't have a heat gun on hand, so I'm going to do that right now, and then I'll get back to you guys and we'll get ready to put it in the bag. Alright guys, looking pretty fucking dope for not having a heat gun. There are no creases, nothing like that, just a couple minor scratches, but that's on the plastic protective shit. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. Looking pretty dope. I like the fact that they're pillarless doors, which makes everything so much easier. So what I got to do now is I got to start peeling off the protective coating. And I have a corner up here. Should make it pretty easy to do. And when I get that started, I'll show you guys what to do next. Alright guys, now you got the protective tape peeled back. You're going to peel back and spray with the solution, and then you're basically going to lift it up and put it on the other side of the glass. Make sure the window is soaked as well as this. You can do that right now and get some next clip for you guys. Alright guys, I got the one side done. This has been it's been the shittiest fucking day of my life, I'll tell you how much. This tint is shit. Managed to get it to work perfectly fine, but I had to break my car to get it to work. This right here squeegees the window to make sure no water comes out. I had it in between there. And get this, I've done cars before. I've tinted a ton of cars before, never had a problem before. But this tint, this is some shit tint. I don't recommend you using this tint if you've never tinted a car before. So I've tinted a car before, and I know my way around this shit, and this tint just sucks. So we're gonna have a fucking great time doing the other window, and a fucking fun time doing over here. But I did the one side. Now you guys get the drift of it. I'll show you when the other side is all done. All right. What up, guys? I'm halfway done. Just got to my bad. I've been sick. Gotta take this off right here. Put it on the other side. I'm going to start pre-spraying to get it done. I already cleaned up the windows. So it's coming along a lot easier. Oh yeah, and I got to remove this shit right here, because if I don't, it's going to crease everything and make it look like shit. Honestly, no one uses the back windows back here ever, so I don't care if that's missing. I just want some privacy on a road trip I'm doing this summer, and I'm going to want to sleep in here. I want the whole car blacked out, because last time I had to throw a sheet over the front windshield and the back one. Just want to do it over the front one this time. So let's get to it. And another thing you could use if you don't have a squeegee, because I used that last time, that was a real ghetto rig way of doing it. Take a credit card, and just go back and forth with some soapy water. Try not to use Windex, that'll fuck the tint up, but just go back and forth with some soap water, and you'll be set. And if it's too hard of a card, wrap it around paper towel, wrap the credit card around with paper towel, and use some duct tape to hold it together. It should work fine. I'm going to finish this side up, and then I'll show you guys the next clip of me doing the back. Alright guys, now I'm warmed up. It took me literally a second to get this shit on there, also because I took that end piece off that goes right there. Not one crease, not one bubble, nothing. It's looking fucking mint, dude. So now I'm going to start measuring out the back. And another problem I ran into, this corner right here has to be cut off because it's pillarless doors. And whenever I shut the door, this shit right here will just bend it back and it'll mess up the tint. So I'm going to fix that up real quick, and I'm going to start the back window. Alright, before I fix this, I'm going to clean off both front windows. I moved up the seats and leaned them up as far as I can. So I have ample amount of room back here. Dude, I would literally like fucking sleep back here if I had to. Right now what I'm doing is I'm taking the Windex, and I saved this cloth for this one because honestly, this will be my second time doing a rear window, and the first time actually it's the third time doing it. The first time I took it right off my Corolla, it was so bad. And Second time it was a 2000 Volkswagen Passat. That shit came out pretty dope. But what I'm doing now is I'm going to clean this rear window off because there's so much pollen out right now that I don't want to do the front until I have to. So I'm going to do the outside until I have to. So I'm going to do this one right now so it comes out pretty easy. I'm going to make sure there's like some dirt or that like cigarette ash back there. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to use this cloth that came with the kit. Definitely use this for the rear window. I'm going to have to cut it in twos. It's easier that way. And I don't know if I'm doing half strips or like directly in half, like where the brake light meets. So basically simple shit. Clean up the window. You're gonna use Windex, wipe it down with the rag, more Windex, squeegee, and you're done. So I'm gonna do that real quick for you guys. What up, guys? So I got the back window cleaned, and I noticed I'm gonna have to squeeze it through this door because there's more room on that side than this side. I really didn't want to open that door because of the reason I told you guys about, how it was separating every time I shut it. But I'm gonna have to. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start opening up this tint. I hate that it's two different kinds, but it's something I'm gonna have to live with. They're both 5%, both the same brand. I had on my Corolla, I had 2.5%, and I could not see shit out of the car, so that's why I went with the 5. They had the 2.5, and I had the 2.5 in the front and the rear windows, and the rear window in the Corolla when I had it up for a short amount of time was 5, and I could not see shit. I had black magic on the back 2 windows, and that shit faded within 2 months, and it was literally like it was 70%. That shit faded. It was real crappy tint. I don't recommend you get it, and if you don't want to fucking retint. So this shit I had on the car for over a year, and it didn't fade whatsoever, and I was hoping it would because I couldn't see shit outside the car. At night, I couldn't see anything. Makes for a good road trip, but and good sleeping wherever the fuck you want, but other than that, it sucked. I couldn't see shit. But right now, what I'm going to do is, same shit, take this out, figure out which side's the sticky side, and I'm going to spray the window down later on. So, let's do that right now. What up, guys? I finished the tint job. You guys are going to fucking laugh about the rear window. That's even if I show it to you. Got sort of pissed off and ripped up the tint after I started measuring it out. Wasn't long enough to cover the whole fucking rear window, and it wasn't wide enough to fucking cover the from top to bottom of the rear window, so I had to do it in squares, and those squares got fucking creased, so I had to cut those creases out, and it's like 15 different pieces on the rear window, and all of it bubbled. I got a hold of a heat gun, and it still bubbled. This tint is shit. I managed to make sure there were no creases or bubbles on the side windows. I've tinted before. I could have done the rear window a lot better if I wanted to, and I wanted to buy more, and I wanted to buy quality shit, but I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to leave it the way it is. Function over form right now. It's $100 for a shop to do it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get my next 100, and the next week I'm going to tint the fronts. So here's a quick walk around. As you can see, there's a ton of bubbling on the rear windshield. I don't like that rear window, but I'm going to have to live with it. It's black and white, that's all I give a shit about. And I'm going to go do the fronts with 5%. I can't see out at night with 5%, but I don't give a shit. Fronts are going to be done 5% because when I go on road trips, I sleep in the car and I don't want no one looking in, so I'm going to just be able to cover the front window with a sheet if I have to during a road trip instead of covering up everything. So I'm gonna do front's 5% too. You can't see shit in there either at night. I mean, just drive. It was sunny out when I took for the test drive 20 minutes ago. Now it's dark. You can't see anything inside there. I love it. I was going to do the 2%, but that was $5 more a roll, and I'm glad I didn't because of the way the rear window came out. Do 5s up front. My shop don't sell 10% around here. They only have 5 to 20. You can get 10% online. I don't want that. I mean, I want that, but they don't have it. And I really don't want 20%. I want to be blacked out, so I'm going to have to get 5% on the front. It's going to look pretty dope. I'm debating taking off the headlight tint too. I don't know, we'll figure that out, but I mean the rear windows came out dope. Looks blacked out, bro. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to comment, rate, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Liam's Lexus Build. It'll be in the description. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And if you dislike it, I don't care, give it a thumbs up. That'll help me out too. And more videos like this. Be sure to comment. Be sure to subscribe. Any questions you got, leave them down below. I'll answer any question, from range to stupid as fuck to trolling to serious questions. So, peace.